Hey! Welcome back to another episode of Open Shutter. Evans, you might be on mute. I don't know, I didn't hear you. But
Oh, can you
anyway,
hear me now?
everyone, please welcome back Evans. He's
Hmm.
fresh to return from Ghana. So, how
Yes,
does it
yes,
feel to be
yes.
back? How does it feel? How does it feel to be back in Canada?
Awesome. Really excited to be back.
Yeah,
Um,
we
it's been
missed
a
you.
long time, long journey, but I'm happy to be back home.
Yeah, you were missed, man. You were missed because it was just me and Bryan. And
Yeah, I realized that for a while you were on your own, then Brian came back.
yeah, I was going solo for a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
But anyways, thanks everyone for jumping on, and thanks to everyone who jumps on every week. If this is your first time watching us, or if you're coming from Derek's side, we do this photography podcast show every Wednesday, and we try to get on as many guests as possible. So huge thanks to Derek for taking the time, going to chat about his photography and what got him into photography, what motivates him, his style, favorite places, all that good stuff. So if you don't know who I am, my name's Paul, based in Toronto. I make a whole bunch of stuff, vlogs, documentaries, short films. So if you don't know who I am, my stuff is beside this video. So check me out after. And if you like it, subscribe because that's what YouTube is all about sometimes. So yeah, thanks again. I'll give it to Evans for a little. Who are you and what do you do, Evans?
awesome, awesome. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Evans, based in Brampton, Ontario. I'm a wedding and events photographer primarily. I shoot portraits as well, but also I do a lot of video work. So wedding videos,
Yeah,
commercials, other stuff. So you can check out some of my stuff on my channel as well
yeah,
as on my
great.
IG. I believe the links are in the description.
Links are in the description, 100%. And so is Derek's link is in the description. So I'll give it to Derek for a little quick intro about who is Derek.
Hey everyone, my name's Derek Kreindler. I live in Toronto. I work in the auto industry by day. For the
Okay.
last 10 years, I've been dabbling in photography. Some
Love it.
things have turned out better than others, but primarily I shoot whatever catches my eye, whatever seems interesting,
Yeah.
and I just have fun with it.
That's what you gotta do, man.
Yeah,
That's what you
yeah.
gotta do. So are you like a mechanic or what like what's your
No, I work for a car company. I do marketing.
okay.
Yeah.
You do you try to combine like photography with that job?
I'd like to, but a lot of the stuff that we use for advertisements is shot by professionals already. So by the
Yeah.
time I get to it, it's already done. And
Yeah.
they're shooting on like digital medium format, all the stuff
Oh, really?
that I don't have access to.
Oh.
So yeah.
Well, just use your phone, man. So you're welcome.
I don't
It's
know if that
cheaper
would
too.
go over too well. I might not be
Oh,
employed for much longer.
well, Hey, after this podcast, you never know what's going to happen. Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
you
buddy.
never
Great to
know.
see you. How do I meet you all in Toronto? Check out the meetup group. I'll put the link in the. You can find all of the meetups posted under the events.
Yep,
So
yep.
we try to do weekly stuff. I don't know. I think I'm thinking about doing like Doors Open this weekend because
That's
that
pretty
seems to be like
cool.
the hot ticket. Have you been at Doors Open, Derek?
I went years ago. I remember they opened up Lower Bay Station,
Yeah, you
and I've
did.
always wanted to see
Yes,
it.
we
So
actually
I
did a
went for
meetup in Lower
that.
Bay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. So yeah, I went for that. I haven't been in a while. Maybe I'll come out this weekend.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking Sunday maybe Doors Open. So
Nice.
anyway, that's how you find us. Um, yeah, man. Well, thanks again for taking the time. I think it's always fascinating to find out how people got into photography. So just curious how you got it into photography.
Yeah, it was pretty informal. I was probably in my late teens. My dad bought one of the early point and shoot digital cameras. Obviously, they weren't very good, but I just tried to imitate what I saw in car magazines. And
Okay.
slowly, bit by bit, I was happier and happier with what I was producing. I mean, I
Hmm.
wasn't shooting raw or anything. It was just
Yeah.
JPEG and see
Yeah.
what's in the camera,
Yeah.
put it on the computer. Probably around 2012, I bought a Nikon. I think it was a D3100,
Yeah.
and started bringing it everywhere, taking pictures of friends, bringing it on trips and stuff. And as the results got more to my liking, I delved deeper into it. I've never taken a photography course. I'm all
Yeah.
self-taught. There's
We
just
all
a
are.
lot of yeah, a lot of trial and error.
All are. That's it, man.
So that's about it. And I'm lucky. My uncle is an amateur photographer, but he's won competitions and all kinds
Yeah.
of stuff. He's very talented. So he's coached me on the way. Met some other people who were generous enough with their time to coach me as well. And, I feel like it's just an iterative, lifelong process that I'll hopefully get better at with each passing year. So
Yeah,
that's about it.
It's an ongoing journey, man. That's for sure.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure. So like, is your thing cars? Is that like your main interest?
Funny enough, it's my main interest, but I feel like that's my worst subject is cars. It always kind of looks the same. You can only shoot it from so many angles. I like people, I like landscapes, street photography. Someone actually said to me that, they said, you don't really have a style, which kind of hurt, but it's kind of true. There's nothing like one defining characteristic, I think, that you could really pin down for me. But I also like it like that. It gives me the freedom to just
I
shoot
think
whatever
so.
catches my eye.
Yeah, I know. I think we always kind of mention this on every show about like niche versus like not having a niche. And honestly, like if not having a niche gets you to shoot, then do it, right? Because it's easy to get bogged down. I mean, it's hard enough. It's hard enough to like leave the house with a camera, and then you also have to add on like a niche to it. If you kind of keep it open ended, it kind of gives you a little bit extra motivation because you have a wider umbrella to work from.
There's some guys I see who just always shoot like black and white with a 28 mil or medium format with really eye-popping colors, and I just think like, how do you do that? What if you see a shot that's better done in black and white with the light and stuff, but they make it work? I'm just too all over the map for that.
No, it's not a bad thing because I'm all over the map too, because honestly that's kind of what makes the whole process of photography fun, right? Because it's not math. 1 + 1 doesn't always have to equal 2, right? You can always kind of use your own style and kind of get inspired by others, but also at the same time do your own thing, which I think there's a lot of you can use social media for good or you can use social media for bad. So it's just a matter of how you approach social media, because if you're not careful and you're just trying to get the photos for the likes, it's not going to work out well usually, right? If you're just like looking for like the likes and the followers. So
I think there was a time like maybe 5 to 7 years ago where if you posted a good photo, you could really get likes and grow your audience. Now it seems like,
well, it's not a photo app anymore.
No,
Instagram's not a photo app though anymore. So
it's not. But it's also like all these HDR skyline shots of Toronto.
Right.
Like I'm not a fan of that stuff, but that stuff seems to bring the audience and the followers. But
you kind of like more like the natural style, right?
Yeah, I try not to post-process too much. I don't even shoot with flash a ton. Like I like natural light. Yeah, I guess you could say natural.
Yeah, you can also use what's available to you too, right?
Yeah, I mean, I even like shooting on like really old CCD sensor digital cameras that cost like $50. I think it's a good way to like really test, is it the gear or is it you? If the composition and the exposure has to be right. You can't lean on stabilization or any of that stuff.
Yeah. Do you carry a couple of film cameras to vary? Are you asking Derek this? Do you shoot film?
I used to, and then I had all the cameras that everyone wants. Now I had a couple of Yashicas. I had a Contax G2. I had a Leica. I sold them all. It was just becoming too much of a hassle to get it processed, go to the lab. I had an interlude professionally where I worked in investment banking, and you have no time at all. The only way I could shoot was like walking to work, which was actually pretty fruitful for street photography, but I couldn't be running to the lab ever and scanning stuff. So I sold them all. I went fully digital. I miss film, but with the price of film now, just forget it.
Yeah, it's quite I mean, we had Jason Foley on a few weeks ago, and he's a heavy film guy, so he's got all kinds of tricks in the bag about film. But it is a different approach for sure.
Yeah, it's really cool. I really like it, but I think there's also like a new generation of film photographers, and nothing specific to Jason, just other people I've seen.
Yeah,
they want like the retro aesthetic, but the shots are just compositionally not there. And
that's all it is, man. It's composition, man. It's
Yeah.
honestly like the name of the game. You can take a great photo with your phone, and if you nail the composition, it's a great photo.
The iPhone cameras are sometimes I think like, why bother with
sometimes, right? Sometimes it's, you just take a picture with your phone and it's like, why am I even like
yeah.
You know, like what do you usually edit with? Like, do you use Lightroom or Snapseed or?
I use Lightroom primarily. I've tried Snapseed in the past. I don't know. I'm so used to the Lightroom workflow that it's hard to
Yeah.
really break out of anything else.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll even use the iPhone app,
Yeah.
but I'm
100%.
so ingrained in Lightroom. I'd like to try Capture One or one of these other tools, but
Right.
frankly, my computer's barely handling Lightroom right now. I don't know if I
Yeah.
want to
Don't
be
want to push
brave
it.
enough and switch. Yeah, it's
Don't want to push. Don't
sad.
want to push the Adobe Cloud more. Oh my God.
No,
No.
I don't want to.
I'm still in the process of just going on full time to Capture One. Right now, I've been using both Lightroom and Capture One.
You gotta
Okay,
make
But
the
I think
decision, Evans. You
I
gotta make the
gotta
decision. You
switch,
gotta
yeah,
make this.
because
You
I'm
gotta make
trying
the
to
decision.
avoid that Adobe fee, right? Monthly fee.
Oh yeah,
And
Adobe knows how to make
get
money.
rid of that.
Evans, aside from the monthly subscription, what do you think is worth switching for Capture One? Because I haven't used it. I'm just curious.
So if you work with people a lot,
Mm,
or you work with Sony cameras, Capture
yeah.
One tend to render my Sony images way better than Lightroom. I can bring the same image into Lightroom and have that same image open in Capture One. And right off the bat, Capture One gives me better colors straight out.
Oh, okay.
Lightroom always, for some reason, seems to have my images from the Sony cameras not as sharp as they actually are. Like when I preview on the computer without going into Lightroom, they seems to be a lot better than when you open up in Lightroom. But Capture One has always been
Subban.
better.
Organic. Subban wants organic, no editing.
No,
Right on the
yeah.
camera. Tell
Just
that
the
to the
straight raws
wedding
from the
couple. Tell
camera.
that to the wedding couple.
But yeah, for my experience,
Yeah.
I think that my images when I bring them into Capture One, right at the bat, they're better. When it comes to skin tones, because because I shoot events, I shoot weddings, I shoot a lot of people. Capture One gives me the ability to be able to do skin corrections faster. They have this coloring tool in there. You can use it for color grading, which is faster and better, more capable than the color palettes we have in Lightroom. But the thing is that it allows you to kind of pick the skin color and gives you this tool that you'll be able to kind of match the skins a lot better, grade the skin a lot better, even out the skin tone, that kind of things, which I can't really easily do in Lightroom. You gotta move to Photoshop, right?
I always found that really challenging in Lightroom. I'm glad to hear it's not just my own lack of skill, like editing portraits
No,
and
it
stuff.
is. Yeah.
It's been tough. Yeah.
Yeah, because especially when I take photos with people who have makeup, so they have makeup on the face, maybe the neck and the chest. If I have it,
Yeah.
doesn't have makeup. Capture One makes it so easy for me to just with a couple of sliders, try to match the face skin tone better to the skin, which is a lot faster and easier.
That's really cool. I definitely want to check that out now.
Yeah, it's just been hard for me to move because I've spent years on Lightroom,
Yeah.
and so it's kind of hard to move. It's become something like you're used to it, right? But these days I'm using Capture One a lot more.
You got some videos on that, man? Or have you done videos on it?
I think I have a couple of videos on my channel in Capture One. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the same like for other camera brands? Because I'm not a Sony shooter, to be honest.
Yeah,
Like,
it's the processes works the same for every camera brand, but I think for Sony shooters in particular, there's more. Like I said, the images coming out, you get Capture One seems to handle the Sony images better than Lightroom, right?
Okay.
But that outside of that, all the features are the same across the board. It handles images from every camera, but for Sony in particular, I find out that it handles the Sony images a lot better than Lightroom does.
Okay, good to know.
Mm-hmm. If you have any questions about gear or software, Evans is your guy.
All right, Evans, we should talk then.
Yeah,
we should talk offline after this.
Yeah. It's all about workflow. Like whatever workflow works for you. Like whatever gets it done the fastest. That's like I said. There is no right or wrong answer. Like however you get it done, you get it done.
Exactly. Each one of them have the advantages and their disadvantages. I find the library module in Capture One to be a little bit more advanced than Lightroom
Mhm.
in terms of the cataloging and stuff, right? That I find it more advanced in Lightroom than in Capture One. But at the end of the day, you get to try it out. They have a 30-day free trial. You can try it out.
Mhm.
And then based on your workflow, which one works better for you.
One of my biggest challenges is cataloging and organizing everything.
Mm.
My winter project was going through all my RAWs and some JPEGs. I had like 100,000 in total.
Whoa.
Yeah. I mean, it's
100,000.
going back like over 10 years, and I got it
Wow.
down to 50. Just so many like family snapshots and
So
hanging
what
out
did
with
you do, man?
friends.
Did you just like leave it in a big bin, or what did you do?
I should have known it wasn't just one giant collection, and I organized
Oh,
it and
organize it by
you know
date, man. Do you have like the metadata in there? Organize it by
I
date.
did, and I tagged everything with people's names and dates and events. But
Yeah.
like that was probably
Hun-
my worst experience in photography. Was just sitting there on
It's like
snowy
a full-time
days.
job. It's a full-time job to organize that stuff.
I honestly thought about hiring someone. I didn't want to spend the money, but
Yeah.
I probably should
100,000.
have.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
Cool. Well,
yeah.
good luck.
I learned
Yeah.
my
Oh,
lesson
so you
there.
said the pic on your wall. That's yeah. So you said the pic on your wall behind you, Derek, is incredible,
Thank
which
you.
I absolutely love. It's at
Thank you.
is it at the AGO?
It is at the AGO. I honestly think this is the best picture I've ever taken, which
Yeah, I
it
think
was
it's fantastic.
5 or 6 years ago. So I don't know if I've improved since then, but I do love it. I'm gonna tilt the monitor so you guys can see. I made
Yeah.
a.
Is it on your Instagram account? I can show it
It
there.
is, but
Let me try to
it's
find it.
cropped.
Oh, is it cropped
Unfortunately,
in? Yeah.
I
Okay.
sent you the full size for the promo. I
Yeah,
don't know
you
if you can
did. You
bring it
did.
up.
Let me try to get that. Let me try to get that.
So I made a 4 foot by 3 foot print of this for my house, and I dry mounted it. So it's right when you come up the main staircase. I like looking at it when I get home.
No, it's a great photo, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
Gonna try to pull it up for the viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah, here it is. Got it.
I also have a color version of this that I've never really published. I don't know.
Here it is.
I've
You guys
never.
have it?
Yeah, I can see
Yeah, there.
it.
Great photo.
Yeah.
So were you waiting for this girl to like be in midair, or like how was your approach here?
I was on, I guess it was the second level. I actually went with my parents to the AGO one day,
Yeah.
and I saw her skipping from the entrance. And I had a Fuji X100, which is a fixed lens, so it's not the best camera for this shot. And I kind of just stuck it over the railing and tried to get her in motion. I got a few exposures, but this was the one that was the most crisp, and you can see her like with the spring in her step and
Yeah. It's very
looking happy.
innocent.
Yeah,
It's
it's
very
like a
innocent.
moment of pure
Yeah.
childhood joy. I just
Yeah.
thought like I'd love to be back in that
Mm-hmm.
mindset,
Yeah. I think that's what the AGO is all about, right? It's all about like just being a kid and just having that curiosity, like as a kid,
Yeah.
and not be biased sometimes, and just have kind of like an open mind like a kid. So I really dig the photo. I think I could really see the AGO using this photo in their promo.
If anyone
Just
from the
just
AGO is watching,
just make
hit
sure
me
you get
up
paid
because
for it.
yeah, that would still make me really happy. I love that
Yeah,
room. I mean that
yeah.
staircase and everything. It's so great for photography.
It's a great place to take photos,
Yeah.
100%, man. You go up, you go down. There's always something to shoot. And what I love about this photo is that it's only her.
Yeah.
Like there's
It's
no one else.
amazing there was nobody else around. I don't
It's
even
so good.
know where her parents were or anything. Like
Yeah,
it's crazy.
yeah. It's
I
good.
had to really, really crop it though, because with a 35 equivalent off a balcony, like there's not,
Right, right.
it's not really tight framing. So,
Mm-hmm.
what can you do? You have to shoot with what you have on you.
Well, what can like earlier, like I said, like in terms of composition, right? Like if you shot her and when she was like on ground, it wouldn't have the same
Yeah.
impact. But the
No, and
fact that you got her in the air.
sometimes I think like, oh, what if I had a 70 to 200 on me that day? I probably would have really zoomed in, and the
Mm,
magic of the
right.
staircase and everything would have been lost too. So,
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's fantastic, man. It's really
Thank you.
it's quite
Thank
the
you.
moment.
Thanks. It feels like the Cartier-Bresson decisive
Yeah,
moment type of thing.
yeah. Why not? Hey.
Yeah.
You nailed it. I guess since we're showing your photos, maybe we can share your Instagram real quick, and if there's any photos
Yeah.
that you want to touch upon.
Go for it.
Derek's Instagram is linked, and it's also we'll show it here. So make sure you follow Derek.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow Derek. That's not a request. Okay.
You know what, Paul? Pick a couple. I want to see what catches your eye.
All right. I also
And
like your
Evans,
tagline.
go
Didn't
for
quit
it,
my
too.
day job. I like your caption. Didn't quit my day job.
Well, it's
One
true.
day you're gonna be like, I did quit my day job.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's
Evans,
what
if
you
you
gotta
have
do,
some
man.
picks, go for it.
What do I like? I like this one. I like this.
Thanks. I think I was taking the subway to work that day. That's a film photo.
Mm.
That one I actually printed in the darkroom. And speaking of film and workflow, after I made a few darkroom prints, it
Yeah.
felt really like, I don't know, halfway measured to just drop stuff off at a lab and get it printed. Unfortunately, I don't have access to the darkroom anymore, but that also put me off film. I thought, like, if I'm not developing the film and printing it and all this stuff and really in the workflow, like,
Yeah.
it's
You
kind
wanted
of
to be involved in
pointless.
the whole process.
Yeah, and otherwise you're just getting scans back on a CD. It might as well be digital, you know.
You know what I love about this photo is how you got the smiley face on the screen.
I never saw that until I
I love
printed it.
that.
And then
I
I
like
thought,
that.
oh, that was a lucky
No, it's
break.
good, man.
Thank you.
That smiley face I think it's
Thank
because
you.
it's like, you're on the subway, so usually people on the subway aren't very happy.
No, I definitely wasn't on that trip. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I dig it.
Thank
Dig
you.
how you got like the
I think
diamond.
there was a car shot I saw in your profile when I was going through it the other day.
On the
Was
first
it
row?
Let
Below?
me see.
that one?
No, a little bit further down, I think.
Oh, I like this. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was another
That's
one.
cool.
I was in a school and I happened to have a camera on me and I saw that and I thought, oh, that's
Nice,
kind of
man.
neat. Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I
Yeah.
dig that one too. Kodak
Thank
Gold.
you.
Shout out Kodak Gold.
I used to use Kodak Gold all the time when it was like $3 for 24.
Right.
That was my go-to film stock.
Yeah. You see it, Evans?
That's the one.
Which one? Bottom right?
In the middle,
This one?
Ooh.
the garage shot.
Yeah, this was
Oh,
cool. I went to a car race and I somehow got a pass to go walk in the garages and everything. And this one had a balcony as well. And I walked up there and I don't know, I was just started shooting. The raws actually looked kind of underexposed, but I managed to save some of the detail and I was really happy with how this one came
nice
out.
one, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like the shot. I love the shot. There's a lot in the shot,
Yeah.
but it's not distracting, right? Sometimes when you
Mm.
have a lot of stuff in the shot like that,
Mhm.
it gets very distracting. This one, it brings all your attention over to the car and the guy behind the car, right? Because you
Yeah.
see all the bars are coming down in lines and they are kind of converging towards where the car is, right?
Yeah.
I like that stuff. Like I like leading lines and geometry and all
Mhm.
that.
Symmetry, patterns, yeah.
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 It's funny too, because sometimes I think like do I have too many elements in a shot or is it too minimalist? But this one, it all
Right.
really came together nicely.
Yeah, it's a nice one, man. You shot this at Mid Ohio Sports Car Course? I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
Let me guess.
Yeah.
Mid Ohio Sports Car Course? I know that
Yeah,
course.
you got it, man.
I
You
know
got
that
it.
course as well, man.
Yeah.
So they just let you shoot? Like there weren't any rules or?
You couldn't go like really close to the track, but the garages and everything were fair game. A lot of them, the lighting was really poor. This one, I guess, was facing the sun at the time, and you got some nice natural light. But other ones, it's just dark, and they have the lanterns that a mechanic uses, and not as easy to shoot.
Yeah, you nailed it though.
Thanks, man.
So you're into like racing too?
Yeah, I love anything with four
Anything
wheels.
with cars, really?
Anything with cars, yeah.
So
I used to race go-karts. I love
nice.
all that stuff. Watch
Where?
F1 every Sunday. I did it at Mosport.
Oh yeah. Is that place?
Yeah.
Is that place still there?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Do you go to the Indy?
I don't go to the Indy, but I've actually snuck on to the Indy course in my own car and driven it before, which is
During the
really
race?
cool. No, like if you go a couple weekends before, it's all set up. But
Oh yeah. And then you just
uh,
pretend, I guess.
yeah, I mean it's like adult make believe, but I love it.
Yeah, that's cool. I would do
Yeah.
that, man.
Oh, it's
So
great.
what's your favorite car then?
So hard to choose. Probably the McLaren F1.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
Is there a
Uh,
reason?
it's just like engineering wise, it's perfect. It was created by one guy who designed a ton of like championship winning Formula One cars exactly how he wanted it. It has 3 seats. The driver sits in the middle. Uses like a V12 engine from BMW.
Yeah.
The engine bay is lined with gold to take the heat out of the engine bay. It's so wacky, but it's also a beautiful car. It's probably like the peak performance car ever made, but they only made 64 and they cost like $20 million. So it's definitely a dream car.
What's it called? McLaren F1?
Yeah,
Let me try to
it's from
Google it.
1994.
1994?
Yeah,
1994 price. Okay, images. Wow, it is nice, man. Oh,
it's really
jeez.
cool.
Oh, geez, let me
I
try to.
actually went to the McLaren factory and F1 workshop in England and got a tour,
That's
and I got
cool.
to see it. It was really cool. Yeah.
Let me try to show the viewers what the car is. So this is what you can get Derek for his birthday.
Yeah. Either that or a detached house in Toronto.
Yeah,
It
well,
costs
both of
it
the same
costs
money.
the same at this
Well, I
point.
think the car is less expensive, but is this it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So it's what 19.8 million? Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
20.5
I
million?
don't really check. I don't want to know, to be
It's in the
honest.
$20 million range. So basically a house in Toronto. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's nice, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got the wow.
Yeah, the scissor
Okay.
doors and all that.
Whoa. Kind of reminds you like the DeLorean. Back to
Yeah, it's in that vein of like really out there
Mm,
designs.
but it's
You can
better
see
than
the
the DeLorean.
yeah. I mean, it won't transport you back in time, but
Wow. Yeah.
yeah.
For 20 million, it better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Dig that.
Thanks.
I just wanted to see if I can. Yeah, I wanted to show another photo off your Instagram account actually, which I
Yeah,
really
go ahead.
dug. Yeah, you got some really good stuff, man.
Thank you.
Really
Appreciate
good.
it.
Like I like this diner one.
Oh yeah.
Miami, I like that.
Yeah. I actually went back to Miami over Christmas and I went to this diner to try and get another picture. And it was all closed down and the neon lights were on in that photo. But this time they were off. It just didn't look as good. It was really disappointing. But that's another film shot. I had it scanned in a drum scanner and made a print for someone as a wedding present. They actually requested that one. So that was nice.
You had downtown camera scanning. Yeah. Shout out downtown camera.
Yeah.
It's a good time for our sponsor of this show. I'm just joking. But hey, if you're listening downtown. Yeah, I like how you frame things, man. Like
Thanks.
you got a good way to frame stuff.
I try. I feel like again, like 1 in 10 is good, and there's like a whole back catalog of things.
Yeah, I like this. How you got the
that one
reflection
was
of the roof. I like
that was fun. That's at Evergreen Brickworks, actually.
Yeah, great place to shoot, also.
Yeah.
So what was that car doing there?
A friend of mine is a writer for a car magazine, and he texted me one day, like 2 p.m. I've got a Lamborghini. You want to take it for a spin? So I dropped everything and.
You dropped everything.
Yeah. Like the stove could have been on, and I would have ran out the house to go
100%,
meet him.
man.
So that one actually got published in the Leica photography gallery. You know, they have that LFI magazine.
Yeah, it's in there.
Have you heard of it? Yeah.
Casual Flex, eh?
Yeah.
Right.
Gotta toot my own horn when I can.
Well, you got it, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Congrats. That's very exciting.
Thank you. It was
Nice.
cool.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Not everyone's in that magazine.
It was in the online gallery. It wasn't the magazine itself.
Doesn't
but
matter.
It's still
You're
cool.
still published.
Yep.
You're still
Yeah.
published.
Yeah. That was a tough time to shoot. Actually, it was like around sunset, and with the beams in that building, you know, it
Yeah.
was bouncing a lot of light off the car.
But you
So
used it well because you just got the roof off the hood.
yeah,
You didn't get it spilled over. You didn't get it spill over on the sides.
yeah. I'm happy with how it turned out. That was also a tough paint color to shoot because it's kind of like an orangey red, and it
Yeah.
looks like too saturated unless you really do some work in Lightroom. So,
Yeah.
but no, it was cool. It was
Yeah,
a great
100%.
opportunity.
100%, man.
Yeah. And then there's another shot of the engine. You can see it's on the left-hand side. I really like that one. It's on the bottom row, left-hand side.
Lamborghini?
Yeah.
Yeah, I dig that.
I thought that was a
Nice.
cool one. Like,
Yeah.
it's something
Yeah,
as, you know, pedestrian or mechanical as an engine, but I thought
Yeah.
it looked really, really
Looks very
special.
looks very sleek, very elegant.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
It's hard to see from where I am, but if anyone's watching at home on a bigger monitor, you can see the texture of the engine cover too. It's
Yeah.
really apparent in a print, and it looks like a pebble grain. It's really cool.
Yeah, nice one, man. Like
Thank you.
Yeah, I've tried to shoot cars, but yeah, not very well. You are right that it is challenging to shoot cars.
It's really tough
It's
because you
not
can only
easy.
get so many angles before it looks like the same generic shot. I try
Mhm.
and incorporate the setting of where I am to
Yes.
try and make it a little different.
Yeah. You're like, are you trying to like tell like a story? Like, what's your approach usually when shooting cars?
Try and capture whatever's striking about the design. It's less about a story. Like
Okay.
you know, we see cars every day. They just kind of drive by. You don't really notice them. I want to show what
Right.
makes them pop, like what makes
Yeah.
them artistic.
100%, man. That's
Yeah.
a good way of standing out too, right? Like I always ask myself, like, how do I stand out? Like, for example, like when like you're shooting the CN Tower, like how am I gonna shoot this differently, right? Like it's not
Yeah,
easy.
I feel like it's tough too because we're so inundated with photos and content that you
Yes.
see the same setting or the same, you know,
Yeah.
location or object a million times, and it feels really tough to distinguish yourself sometimes.
Yes, 100%. Oh, I dig this one too, man. The dude
Thanks,
there,
man.
that's a moment.
That's actually iPhone. I was just
Yeah,
like on the streetcar
exactly.
going to work. I
Exactly.
think the iPhone is really underrated for street photography because, in my
Mhm.
opinion, Toronto's not a street photography friendly city. And
No.
if you have a camera, people get their guard up real
Yeah.
quick. Whereas if you have an iPhone, you know, you can just
Yeah.
hold it like this
Yep.
or
Or if
whatever.
you have a zoom lens, you can just be a sniper and pick people off
Yeah, it
across
kind
the
of feels
street.
like cheating though.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
That's
I do that
my
too.
style.
Yeah, just be a
I'm
sniper.
kind of, you know, I don't know. I just feel weird going up in people's faces with kind of like a short lens, right? So I
Yeah.
rather just kind of sometimes sit back and have a 70-200 or something like that.
Yeah.
And just
Well, because
shoot
once
people
you tell someone act natural, it's impossible to act natural. It's just a
Oh
human
no,
thing. It's a
forget
human
it.
thing, right? So if
Forget
you want to
it.
get candid, they have to not know that you're there.
I like
Otherwise they'll know.
I like doing like a 28 mil compact, like a Ricoh GR, and you know, you can go unnoticed. People think you're holding a phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like, what's your favorite place to shoot in Toronto, man? Like, do you have a favorite spot?
It's really hard, especially with COVID now and being primarily a 28 millimeter shooter. Like,
Mhm.
hard to get close. People wearing masks.
Yeah, I know.
So my
man.
favorite spots, which we used to be
Cool.
like the Annex, downtown,
Right.
like downtown core.
Cool photo.
It's
man.
tough now. This one was cool. This one was a lot of flash to
Yeah.
get the
Off camera?
contrast.
Off camera flash or on camera?
No, I actually used a speed light
Okay.
just on the camera.
Nice. Take
Yeah.
that.
But yeah, favorite places to shoot. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the spots I used to like mostly downtown, are not that not that good anymore. Especially with everyone working from home now. I've been trying to explore other spots like St. Clair West, or even like some weird neighborhoods like Caledonia and Rogers Road. Like, I don't know. There's all these cafes with like old Italian and Portuguese dudes sitting, having
like this lady.
That's my grandma, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, she wasn't happy about the photo.
Was she happy about this, or was
no?
she not
she hates being photographed, and she saw me take the picture. She's like not thrilled about it. But I like the photo. She doesn't even know what Instagram is. So
no, that's a funny photo. I like it.
Yeah, it does capture her well. I've seen that look too many times.
It's funny. Yeah. Oh, shout out to your grandmother.
Yeah.
Oh, a nice one, man. I dig that.
That's another iPhone photo too. I was at a car auction and I saw this guy just having a cigarette, and I thought it looked pretty cool.
It's like a Dirty Harry style, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of like a Clint Eastwood, like old Hollywood kind of vibe. Yeah.
Something like that, but you shot this in Muskoka.
I don't know why it's tagged there. It was, I don't know. The auction was in like Cooksville or somewhere. I guess it's on the 400. Probably the geotagging wasn't as sophisticated back then. I like that subway shot.
Was this guy sitting down, or did you tell him to sit down?
No, he was sitting. I was running to get a train, and then I saw him. I stopped, took the shot. And
was he like just waiting for the train?
I don't know what he was doing. I didn't stop to talk to him. I missed my train. I remember that, but it was worth it for this.
Well, worth it though, yeah. Because you don't see too many people sitting on the steps like that.
No, not at all.
No.
Not at all.
That's great. Wow, San Fran, eh, bud?
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, the cliche Golden Gate Bridge shot.
You shot it from that famous beach, right?
No, I went to another location. It wasn't a beach. I think it was like a municipal water station or something.
Was it?
Nothing exciting, but yeah, it was a good vantage point. There's another one actually. If you click out of this and scroll up, this is my second favorite photo. If you go up one more row, keep going. That shot of Banff on the right hand side.
Oh yeah, this is the It's a great photo.
Yeah.
Apple wanted to use it.
Yeah, you know what happened? They emailed me and I signed a release, and then I asked them, like, let me know when you're using it. They never got back to me.
No.
So, yeah, I know. It was weird.
It was. Oh man, we love this photo. I think it could be an awesome feature on our Apple account, like the actual Apple account. Wow, interested?
I wrote back in 2 seconds, all capitals, yes.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They asked me, can you send the original photo and the EXIF data and all this stuff?
Yeah, that's the problem, right?
Yeah, it was fine. I got it for them. But yeah, that was like an iPhone 4S or something.
It can't get any more Canada than that, man.
That's what I was thinking when I took it, like playing hockey on Lake Louise in the middle of a snowstorm with the mountain in the background. Like,
that's pure Canada, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Banff's so good, eh?
I think it's my favorite place in Canada. Probably, well, definitely my favorite place in Canada to shoot photographs for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you got some good stuff, man. So like, are you planning to travel in the future to get for photography, or?
I'd like to, but the places I want to go are like Japan or Australia. You know,
it's places,
It's a big commitment. You got to take a couple weeks off work, and
minimum. You got to go for a month like Evans, man.
I know.
Yep.
I know. You're probably right.
You do though, because
you
know.
Yep.
Right. Evans knows the deal.
It depends. Like I plan. This time I want to really take some time and see different places I haven't been in a while, places I haven't been to. But it's just if I'm going out of Canada, I like to, I like places.
The more time the better, because you got
more time. The more time,
you don't
the
be
better.
rushed, right? You don't want to be rushed.
I've done a bunch of weekend trips and work trips and stuff, I always try and get some shooting in. But yeah, you feel rushed. You feel like you saw like a postage stamp size of the place, and
Yeah,
you can
exactly.
get some good photos, but it's not the same as having time to really immerse yourself.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you'll get there one day, man.
Yeah, I hope so.
Never
I mean,
know.
I'd even love to do like a big road trip through the USA and,
Right.
you know,
Route 66, man.
Route 66 or Yellowstone or, you know, somewhere like that.
PCH.
I've done the PCH. It's hard
Yeah.
because you're stuck behind an RV the whole time,
What do
usually.
you mean?
There's a lot of people in like RVs who are just kind of
Oh,
cruising, and
really?
yeah, it can be a slow trip.
Oh,
California is also a great place to shoot though. Like even outside of San Fran and LA, like you
yeah,
go to the desert like Palm Springs or Northern
yeah,
California is really nice.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to
I
go to
think
California.
the US is an underrated place for photography, man. There's
Buddy,
so
go
much.
to Utah, man.
I've been,
Yeah.
yeah.
You do
Also,
like the
like
canyons and stuff?
I went to Park City for work, so again,
Okay.
kind of rushed, hard to shoot there,
Mhm.
but it was gorgeous. I like the Southwest and the desert and all that. It's definitely
Yeah.
different for us, right? We're not really used to that.
No, we're not. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Any
Yeah, I want
recommendations for where to go?
in the States,
Oh, anywhere.
anywhere? Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know. I've been to a bunch of places, so I mean,
What was your favorite?
depends.
Or top three?
Honestly, for like art, if you're into like architecture and like buildings,
Yeah.
go to like Rotterdam,
Ooh.
because that place is wild for architecture, man. They have buildings that will blow your mind.
Huh. I
I
never
say,
heard that. That's
actually,
interesting.
I honestly suggest. I mean, I think Evan's connected in Amsterdam, right?
Yeah, I
You go
actually
there?
I spent 6 hours in Amsterdam. I have a
Yeah.
short video coming up soon on what you can do in Amsterdam in 6 hours.
Nice,
Nice.
nice. You did a
um,
vlog?
yeah, I did a vlog. I tried, but this time I'm
Nice.
gonna post it.
Upload it, man. Upload it.
I'm
That's
gonna upload it.
excellent.
So I had a 9 hour layover. So I went out to Amsterdam, spent 6 hours in
Got
there,
it. Yeah,
see what I could
yeah.
do.
Cool.
Honestly, like once you've been to Amsterdam, go to Rotterdam because I like Rotterdam more than Amsterdam. But that's just me.
Yeah.
Is there
Uh,
like is there stuff to do besides architecture? Is it
yeah,
like a
yeah. It's
Oh, there
very
is.
It's
Um,
in terms of what? In terms of what? Amsterdam or Rotterdam?
Rotterdam? Like,
Rotterdam
Amsterdam
is very
obviously has
artsy.
tons.
It's very artsy.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a very artsy city, and
Cool.
it's less touristy than Amsterdam.
Yeah, makes sense.
But
Last time,
it's
I
it's
think
such a
it's
small
only about
country.
30 minutes train ride or so.
Everything's 30 minutes in
yeah.
in Netherlands. It's a small country.
What
So
about
yeah, I
you,
don't know.
Evan? What's your pick?
I haven't been to Rotterdam. I've been to Amsterdam, so but maybe next time I'm gonna try Rotterdam.
Rotterdam. Good.
Because that's my plan. Every time I'm going to Ghana, either when I'm going through two places I want to go, well, three places basically I can go through. Amsterdam, France,
Yep.
or England, right? England I've
Yeah.
been too many times, but I just want to maybe spend a little bit more time in Amsterdam and maybe in France as well. So,
Mhm.
but outside of those two, yeah. But you know, I tried this time. This time I was in Amsterdam. I tried out Anne Frank's house.
Yeah,
I
you
went
went?
through
Did you
the
go inside?
canal.
Did you go inside?
It was closed when I was there because it was
No.
too early. I was
Oh,
so cheesed. Like it was
damn.
too early. They don't open that early. Because I
Damn.
was there from 6, and I could only stay up until about 11 or so thereabout. Because I got there
Wow.
really early in the morning. Took them a little bit while to open, so I couldn't stay at one spot. I was just running around trying to see as much as I could in the 6 hours. But
Yeah.
One of the commenters said Lisbon. That's
Yeah, Lisbon is good.
definitely high
Yeah,
on my
Lisbon is
list.
good.
Yeah.
Again, depends on if you have a certain style or if you're just like shooting everything. But like the thing with like shooting like different cities is you're there with like a fresh set of eyes, right? So if people come
Yeah.
visit Toronto, they're gonna see Toronto in a whole different way because they've never seen the city before. Versus us, where we're kind of just like blasé. It's like, well, it's Toronto. Who really cares? But
That's the hard thing about
know?
shooting Toronto. Like you're asking me about my favorite place. Like now when
Yeah.
I see it, I don't have that same appreciation for it. I just kind of blaze
Exactly.
past
It's home.
stuff.
It's
Yeah,
home.
I know. It sucks. I wish it was different,
It
but what can
happens
you
for
do?
everyone. But see, the thing with like travel photography is that you don't need to travel to become a travel photographer. You're just trying to sell like a destination. So you could live in
Yeah.
Toronto and sell Toronto, and that's travel photography because you're selling Toronto as like a destination, right? So
Yeah.
there's always that like debate about, do you actually have to travel to be a travel photographer? Some say no, you don't. You can do travel photography at home. People just like to travel, obviously.
Yeah.
So
I really do go to like travel first and shoot second, to be honest. Like I went to London right before COVID hit
yeah,
and I brought my camera, but I maybe took 10 or 15 pictures. Like I was so caught up in just looking at stuff and,
yeah. There's so much going on
enjoying
in
the
London,
city.
man. There's so much going on
Yeah.
in London. It's like
Yeah.
that's bananas.
Yeah, exactly.
Their rush hour, like our rush hour doesn't even compare to their rush hour.
Even at night, like the busiest night at Yonge and Dundas is like, it's
Yeah,
like
it's
that
not.
everywhere,
No,
but
I
it's
know.
great.
Yeah. Yeah, I really
This
like
time
it.
I relied a lot on my cell phone.
Did you, bud?
Yeah,
Did you share photos? Um,
yeah, I I relied a lot on my cell instead of using my camera, right?
okay.
Because I felt it was more convenient. It's in my pocket.
Yeah.
Plus, you know, I like people had these stories about Ghana about, uh, getting robbed or stuff on the streets. And since I
Mm,
haven't been there in a while, I was a little bit skeptic. But I found out it wasn't really that bad. It's pretty nice place to be, right? So in the beginning, I didn't want to really take out my A74 or anything of that sort, unless I'm with people. So I was mostly just doing stuff and taking photos on my phone. Um,
yeah.
but I found it, you know, a lot more convenient because, Paul, I'm never a cell phone kind of shooter.
No.
I hate it. But this time around, I spent the time using my cell phone. I think I'm going to be using it a lot more. Right.
Are you?
So you don't always have to carry the big
You
camera
don't?
around, but
Yeah,
cell phones get good pictures right now.
I actually
And I'm
like
using
it.
an iPhone now, which is way better. So
Hello.
I like shooting with an iPhone. It's not my favorite, but I don't
Yeah.
I don't hate it. And I never travel with heavy gear. It's always like a compact and it has to fit in some kind of pocket and that's it. Like no DSLR, no big zooms or anything.
yeah.
It probably limits me, but I'd rather just travel light, have it handy all the
Yeah.
time.
Whatever gets it done, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Whatever gets it done. So Evans,
For
you gonna be
sure.
sharing these photos or like what's going on with these photos, man? Like
Um,
not now, but like on your Instagram or whatever. Like how
Oh
you
yeah,
gonna
yeah. They're gonna be coming up on Instagram soon. It's just that I'm still
yeah.
catching up on office work
Okay.
since I came back. So I
I'm
haven't really
curious.
had
I'm
the time
curious.
to
I want to see Ghana,
start.
man. I
But
want to see like
sometime
your
this
home.
week I'll start putting up a lot of content. I'll
I
start
want to see your
sharing some
hometown, man.
photos. Oh, it's
I
beautiful.
want
I
to see your
actually
hometown.
had the opportunity to go visit some of the places where I grew up, some of the
Nice.
places where I knew
Excellent.
when I was a kid.
Excellent.
Pretty
Excellent.
cool.
Excellent. So cool, eh? To see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Things
That's
have
cool.
changed a lot, but it was still good to be able to go back and see some of those things.
That's
Right?
cool. Yeah. Can't wait. I can't wait to see some of the stuff, man.
Mhm.
Evans, is there a big like photography interest in Ghana?
Oh, there is. There's a lot of photographers. Actually, one of my friends, he's on YouTube as well. Ghanaian photography. He's a really good portraits guy down there. While I was there, he organized the beach shoot,
Oh,
and
nice.
had about maybe we had about 12 other photographers there with us, because there
Yeah,
was a
what a
lot of
good time.
photographers. Yeah, there
Check
was a
is
lot of
real.
photographers
Check
that
is
I have been
real.
talking to. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of other photographers that I've been talking to. I've been following on Instagram, but we've never met. So when I was there, he
Yeah,
set it up, so I had the opportunity to meet a lot of these guys, and it was awesome.
that's
Beautiful
cool.
community. We had two models shooting on the beach. I actually flew my drone all around there as well,
Nice.
so it's pretty good.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
that's so cool, man. It's all about the people too, right? Like that's how you learn, like just
Yeah,
meeting other people and just asking questions, and that's the power of like any meetup group, not just like Get Out Shoot, but any
any
other group.
meetup group, and
Any
I
group,
think
like
I
it's
think
just the
Michael
power.
is trying to start something like that down there.
Get
So
Out Shoot Ghana,
he's
man.
get
Get
a
Out Shoot
shoot
Ghana.
or something like that. So he's had he's trying to get that photographers community
You should.
together. Actually,
Yeah.
it was interesting. We had a group of about 10 to 12 photographers, but some of them actually had to travel 4 hours to get there
Wow.
by bus.
No
Wow.
way.
Right, so they came from a different city altogether, which is like 4 hours away. So the capital was Accra, and there's another city, Kumasi, and then I think so. Some people came from Kumasi 4 hours away for that meetup, and it was really interesting.
Wow, man. That's
That's a
commitment.
big journey.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
That's like us going to like, I don't know, Ottawa.
Ottawa, maybe.
Yeah.
Something,
yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Is there
Wow.
anyone in Ghana that's like a must follow on Instagram, or like you have to check
Um,
their
Ghana
work
Day.
out?
There is a
Ghana Day, I
lot.
guess.
You can check out Mr. Shots. Ghanaian photography. He's also good. Especially if you want to do portraits. These guys are like really good with portraits. So beauty shots, portraits in general. If you want to check it out,
Yeah.
Mr. Shots, Ghanaian photography. There's a bunch of them. I will share. I'll send you some links to some Instagram profiles from some of those guys. Really good guys. Really good when it comes to
Yeah.
portraits and retouching, especially if you want to learn retouching. Ghanaian is really good on that. His channel on YouTube as well is all on that retouching.
Yeah.
And especially Capture One. He's a Capture One guy.
He's a Capture One
yeah.
dude. Yeah, he's a Capture One dude.
He's a Capture One dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool, man. It's all about the people, right? It's just
Yep.
what makes it fun. It's about the
I
people.
feel like I follow a lot of people who are like based in North America or Europe, but outside of that, there's got to be like a huge well of talent that
Yep.
Totally.
just not as well known.
One thing I like to do is, especially if I'm going to I have a country where I intend to travel to, I like to see the local creators join, follow some of them, right? Sometimes build a relationship with them. When you get there, it's easier because you know someone there who can show you where the good places are, right? Then you going out to find it on your own. Right?
Yeah. Plus, they show you the real part, not the touristy part, like of the destination, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's interesting seeing it through a local's eyes too. Like,
you get a totally different take.
Jaded.
Yeah, you get a different take.
Yeah,
it's always a ticket. Try to like meet up with someone that lives there. They'll show you like the real stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about the people. So like, just curious, like who have you learned from? Like, are there any people on Instagram that you learned from or got inspired by? Or
the biggest one, you can check out his account. It's Joseph Zentiel. He's a longtime friend of mine, and he's relentless.
How do you spell that?
Joseph, Zentil.
Oh, yeah.
He shoots every single day without fail, and he's got some cool stuff. He deleted a bunch of stuff from Instagram and kind of rebooted it, but his account is worth checking out. He's probably the most like dedicated. It's worth it. Dedicated guy, like out there every day shooting all the time. He's taught me a lot of tips and tricks. Lots of good advice. His best one he ever told me was don't be boring, and it made me really think, like, is this just a snapshot or is there something really there? And that's kind of the principle that I use when I'm curating my work.
Yeah, don't be boring.
Yeah, it sounds really trite, but honestly, like, that's my test for anything I see.
I like this.
In my own work.
Cool. I dig this one.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want?
Joseph's fearless though. He'll go up to people like Bruce Gilbert style and just take a picture, move on. It's very cool to watch. Does a lot of interesting stuff with flash.
Is this him?
No. It's a buddy.
Chinatown, New York City.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who else.
Like in terms of like maybe car photographers, are there any like famous car photographers out there?
there's a guy called Camden Thrasher. He does not only cars, but planes and helicopters and stuff. It's unbelievable. I don't know how he does it.
Thrasher?
Yeah. Is that it?
Camden
Yeah, there he
Thrasher?
is. This guy. This stuff is
Secretary
mind-blowing.
of Snacks?
Yeah.
Oh, Top Gun.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, his stuff
Holy
is crazy. I mean,
So
that picture of the car on the far left, like
yeah.
you're probably
Yeah.
hanging out of the trunk of another car just to get that shot.
Man, that's
Yeah.
cool
You know?
shot. Damn.
I think he's like the best automotive or motorsports photographer going.
Damn. Shadow Camden Thrasher. Oh wow, look
Yeah.
at this one. It's like in space almost.
Yeah. It's just unbelievable, man. So talented.
Yeah.
I don't even know, like, if someone asked me to do a shoot like that, I don't know how I would even approach it. Oh, if you scroll up, I'll show you his
I
face.
think he was panning. So
Yeah, thank you.
when you pan at and
Yeah.
use the lower shutter speed,
Yeah.
you can get those
One more.
streaks.
Go up one more row. See that one on the right, on the last row? No, below it. No, go down.
It's still below that one. This one.
This
Oh.
one,
Oh.
this photo, that's unbelievable to me.
Wow.
Like the trailer park and then the jet flying above it is crazy. Oh no, it's the one
Not that
directly
one.
above
The
it.
one you actually showed the last time.
This one.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of like the story of two worlds almost, right?
I know. Like that should be like a Life magazine photo of the year or something.
Yeah, it's like the contrast of I don't know, I guess transportation. I guess.
Or like a,
Yeah.
multi-million-dollar fighter jet and a guy living in a trailer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful, man.
Yeah. That photo blew me away the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
One more shout out I'll give is a guy named Pierre Croquette. It's Pierre and then CRO. Yeah,
This guy?
Yeah. I think
No
that's
post
it.
yet.
Oh no. What's his Instagram? I'm gonna find it because it's worth
All right.
seeing.
Okay.
Just give me a
Interesting
second
stuff.
here.
Yeah, it's always good to
Okay.
just kind of like get
Pierre, CROCQUET.
Pure Cocker Archive.
Yeah, it's got like the image of the hand as the main.
Yeah. Okay. We'll
yeah.
show it. Sure.
So he's no longer alive, but he lived in South Africa and he shot
Oh.
a lot of scenes of South Africa in the 90s and 2000s. I love his stuff. I actually bought a print of his.
Wow.
That's cool. When did he pass away?
2013.
10 years ago, basically.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like this shot.
Yeah, he's got some really interesting stuff.
Yeah, he's able to get like, oh, I like that one too.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. This is all shot on film, like with a manual SLR, like just unbelievable technical skill as well as artistic
This guy
eye.
right here. Don't want to piss him.
Yeah. And like the one of the one next to it is really powerful.
Yeah.
The boxer.
Oh, this one here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Good stuff.
Yeah. Just fantastic. I love finding people like this on Instagram, like more than
Right.
like Magnum photographers or any of the well-known stuff. Such a joy to find these guys.
Yeah. Even this one. Wow. Powerful stuff.
Yeah. Crazy.
Well, thanks for the knowledge there. It's always good to see other people's work because you can just kind of get ideas, right?
Yeah,
You just
totally.
get like
That's like the
motivated
most
to like do something
inspiring.
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're up against the hour, so I don't want to take up too much of Derek's time. So thanks again for Derek for doing this.
My pleasure. Thanks for
Yeah,
having me, guys.
hopefully, yeah, no, it was our pleasure. And hopefully the people listening now or listening in the future, make sure you follow Derek. And if you like this video, subscribe for more Open Shutter, and give it to Evans for final thoughts.
Yeah, thank you, Derek, for being with us tonight. It's been awesome, interesting, nice conversations.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
So thank you for joining us today. Thank you guys in the comment sections. Thank you everyone that's watching. Those of you who've been listening on Spotify. Thank you guys for always supporting the show. It's been 2 years, and without you guys,
a lot of
we're
stuff.
not here. So we're always grateful that you guys come in. This community keeps growing. So let's keep it going. Share the streams all the time, right? Don't forget to like, invite other photographers to join the community. Let's all grow together.
100%. Derek, final thoughts?
No, just really happy to be on here. Happy to connect with other photographers in Toronto, and try and come out to one of the meetups. Hope to see you guys soon.
Man.
Meet in person.
Come out to a meetup.
It would be nice to see you in person at one of the meetups.
Yeah,
it's always awesome. I like the summer meetups. When the winter is in, I go in hibernation. But now that's
me too.
You'll be so.
Me too.
Love it.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for jumping on, and we'll see you next week. I think we have another guest lined up, so we'll see you then. And we'll see you then. I think we have sound effects next week.
Yes.
So our budget has been pushed over to next week. That's okay. We have our amazing
manually.
Well, you gotta have fun, or else what's the point, right? So we'll see you next week, and have a great evening. And Derek, hang on till we go offline.